for commercial line. Naramata Station 161, first medical response.
This is the second video for pumping on engine 163. This video will look at using the rear suction for the supply line and operating the monitor, otherwise known as the deck gun. Using the rear suction has a couple of advantages. It is particularly useful when the first coupling presents itself after pulling only a few feet of supply line from the hose bed. Simply remove the cap, connect the stores connection, and check for a good lock. Using the rear suction also keeps the supply line out of the way of the pump operator. After calling for water, the supply line needs to be bled of air. In the previous video, the pump operator used the main suction at the pump panel, and air was bled from the line here, and the main valve was operated manually. When using the rear suction, the bleed valve is located on the pump panel and should be fully opened. As the supply line fills, air and water can be observed to bleed from beneath the pump panel. Don't be afraid to continue to let the line bleed after you first see water. Often there is still air trapped in the system, and removing as much as possible makes the transition smoother. Just like using the main suction, switching the throttle controller over to PSI regulation will help with a smooth and safe transition to the hydrant. The rear suction valve is operated electrically using the controller on the pump panel by pressing and holding either the open or close buttons. At first, the red indicator light will be showing that the valve is fully closed. As the operator begins pressing the open button, the yellow indicator will show the valve is currently throttled between closed and open states. Much like using the main suction valve, the operator monitors the output pressure of the pump, maintaining a desired 100 psi by diverting excess water to the tank by opening the tank fill valve. The operator will know the valve is fully open when the indicator light goes green. Unlike engine 161, engine 163 is equipped with a monitor. Before using the deck gun, it is important to ensure that all of the doors and windows are closed. Once up on the hose bed, you will notice that by lifting the locking tab, the monitor riser can be raised several feet to a more comfortable working position. Simply pull the monitor up by the top handle while lifting the lock tab. This should only be done before water is flowing. At the pump panel, simply open the monitor discharge valve and adjust the desired pump output pressure. When using a solid stream smoothbore nozzle, the desired pressure is 80 psi. 100 psi can be used on the adjustable stream nozzle. The black unlock knob allows the monitor stream to be adjusted left and right. And this can be locked again once in position. The black handle allows for adjustments in elevation. By briefly lifting the locking pin, the monitor can be adjusted to lower angles. It is safe to do this when the monitor is attached to the engine, but you should not do this when the device is used as a portable ground monitor, and doing so could cause the monitor to lose its footing. Once the monitor is raised back up, the locking pin automatically snaps back into place. As a pump operator, be aware that when shutting down the monitor, the valve often doesn't fully close and may require a solid push to fully stop the water flow. As a monitor operator, this is when you hope that you remember to shut all of the windows because the water is going to dribble out briefly. But as you can imagine, it's never a good idea to pour the water onto your pump operator. Engine 163 also has an adjustable stream nozzle found in the rear driver's side compartment. It has an adjustable flow rate that can be set before the water is flowing. These flow rates shown here are in gallons, but the similar nozzle on Tender 161 is shown in liters. The stackable smoothbore tips can be removed and the adjustable nozzle installed in its place. Each nozzle type has its own advantages. In theory, with unlimited water supply and a willing pump, the smoothbore nozzle will have a slightly larger reach of stream. The adjustable pattern nozzle does have its own advantages though. One, it is capable of delivering a fog pattern that might be useful to protect the truck from exposure. Two, when water supply is limited, it can offer the reach of stream of a monitor while extending the water supply time. Thirdly, when multiple discharge lines are taxing the flow of the pump, a straight stream operated at low flow rate will actually have a larger reach of stream than a smoothbore nozzle supplied with inadequate pressure.